Albert Einstein, a name that has become the very definition of genius. But behind that name was a man with a curious mind, endless imagination, and a heart full of questions. He wasn't born a prodigy, nor was he the top student in his class. In fact, many of his teachers believed he would never succeed. Yet, from a young age, Einstein was different. He looked at the world not just as it was, but as it could be. He was born in 1879 in the small city of Ulm, Germany. As a child, he loved to build, imagine, and explore. When his father showed him a compass, Einstein was fascinated. He wondered, why does the needle always point north? That tiny question became the seed of a lifetime of curiosity. Einstein didn't fit into the strict education system of his time. He disliked rote learning and preferred thinking deeply about problems. At age 16, he left school uncertain of his future. But what others saw as failure, Einstein saw as freedom to think differently. Years later, working as a patent clerk in Switzerland, he spent his days reviewing inventions and his nights dreaming about light, motion, and time. In 1905, at the age of 26, he published 4 groundbreaking papers, each one powerful enough to change physics forever. This became known as Einstein's miracle year. One of these papers introduced his most famous equation E equals mc, which revealed that energy and matter are 2 sides of the same coin. It meant that even the smallest particle of matter holds an imaginable energy. This idea later became the foundation of modern physics and even the atomic age. But Einstein wasn't driven by fame or wealth. He was driven by wonder, by a desire to understand the mysteries of the universe. He once said, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, but imagination encircles the world. Einstein moved to the United States in 1933, escaping the rise of war in Europe. At Princeton University, he continued his research and became a symbol of wisdom and peace. Despite being offered power and prestige, he remained humble, a man who preferred simplicity in music and long walks over luxury. He spent his final years seeking a unified theory, a way to connect all the forces of nature into one grand equation.